Hi, everyone. Welcome. We're so glad you're here. The word community comes from the Latin word communis, meaning share, in common. By definition, then, a community is a social unit of people who have something in common, norms, religion, values, or identity. To contrast, a group is a collection of people who have similar characteristics, but they don't necessarily share common values. Communities, then, are different. They are more than groups. People join groups because they need something. When they get what they need, they leave the group. People join communities in order to work together, to address a common problem. They work together to achieve a common goal because they share values. MFA is indeed a community. We are not merely a group. The teachers in this room, all of you, almost 1,000 of you, and all of our staff, we share similar values when it comes to education. Those of you who have been with us for many years already know this, but those of you whose fellowship is still in its infancy are probably just beginning to see the power of this community. I encourage you to be active, to engage deeply. The possibilities are endless. I've asked two teachers to share the stage with us tonight, Giselle George-Gilks and Patrick Honor. And I met Giselle about 3 years ago, though I've been connected to her school, Eastside Community High School, for many years and most of my career. Eastside Community High School, I think there's lots of you in the room, yeah? If you know Eastside, or if you know Giselle, then you know that she embodies the somewhat universal characteristics of Eastside faculty. She is smart, she is witty, she is fiercely dedicated, and she is happy to break all the rules in a bureaucracy if it's what's best for her kids. True story. She came to the US in 2001 to pursue a degree in mathematics at Brooklyn College, where she received the Presidential Scholarship. She went on to earn a master's in secondary mathematics at NYU, where she graduated magna cum laude. She is a strong female mathematician of color who leads by example every day. She spent her entire teaching career at Eastside, and over the past decade, she has been awarded not one, not two, but 4 MFA fellowships. She is a key collaborator within our community and has taken and facilitated every type of course you can imagine. She also mentors, she advises, and she interviews applicants, and so much more. At her school, she also directs the student council, oversees the scholars program, chairs the SLT, and heads the 8th grade department. During her free time in the summer, Giselle leads workshops for teachers in New York, in Connecticut, and at the University of Michigan. You might have read about her this past year in the New York Times article about nurturing Black and Latino math whizzes, or maybe you've seen her interviewed on ABC News. Her energy and her dedication are endless, making her a pillar not only at MFA, but at Eastside and the entire mathematics community as well. Her partner in crime needs no introduction to many of you. He's been an MFA for over a decade, and like Giselle, is a teacher of mathematics. If you've taught with Patrick Honor, or you've heard him speak publicly, or followed his blog, or his Twitter feed, or read any of his many articles, or simply had a conversation with him, then you know that he is a true teaching scholar. Not surprisingly then, his undergraduate degree is in both mathematics and philosophy from Wayne State. He holds 2 master's degrees, one in mathematics and another in education. And since 2007, he has taught at a little-known school called Brooklyn Tech. The variety of ways in which Patrick is involved in MFA and the greater mathematics community are endless, between taking and leading courses to giving me his counsel on everything from the state Common Core and Regents scoring policies as they continue to evolve, to prepping for media interviews, to emceeing MT Squared, to writing on our website, to leading and participating in numerous conversations amongst teachers. He's become a nationally known teacher. He's won the prestigious Sloan Award, and in 2013 was given the Presidential Award for Excellence in Mathematics and Science Teaching. His work has been published by the New York Times, the New Yorker, and most recently, the Quanta magazine. His energy and dedication are boundless and inspiring. My son's middle school is close to Brooklyn Tech, and because I walk with him to school most mornings, he and I often cross paths with Patrick on our respective commutes. We often stop and chat briefly about the weather, or middle school, or high school, or parenting, or some small MFA-related thing. Patrick always engages Jackson, talks to him, like I'm sure he does his students, with respect, interest, and a highly honed skill of teenage bantering. There have been days when Patrick on our morning commute has actually sort of mattered. It's mattered because Jackson was stuck on a math problem that he wouldn't let me help him with. For those of you who are parents of teenagers, it won't surprise you to know that my involvement with my son's math or science homework, as insulting as it is strictly forbidden. So while many of you have known Patrick for many years and known of him, it wasn't until the day that he explained the monkey and the coconut problem to my son that in our house he officially became that famous math teacher from tech. He and Giselle have known and respected each other for years, and I couldn't be more honored that they agreed to be our speakers this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, Giselle George Jilks and Patrick Honor.